Right. Now I think you can hear me, right? Hello. And I was rushing to do this, so I'm I'm not sure how to do this. Thank you, Miriam. I was going to say I never go live, and when I do, I do not do it alone. So, does somebody want to come over? Somebody wants to come over and have a chat as a panel before we start? Let me see where I can get the link. If I can. Let me see. Oh, I think it's here. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I get it. Like, we're just here waiting. We're waiting for these guys to show up. It's supposed to be in 10 minutes, right? I got it. I have to share from somewhere else and not the app. I'm sorry, guys. I'm checking again. I'm very sorry. You guys keep chatting. Okay, now when they start speaking, we should be able to listen. So please let me know. I'm going to ask in the chat when they start speaking if you can listen. And again, I apologize for I never felt so old. Just like I was in want to make this happen so that we can have a chat. And I was waiting for Gigi to do it because she's always doing it. And but anyway, we're here. Waiting. Thank you, Amy. Congrats. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Okay, I do not hear them yet. If you hear them on the Supernatural, let me know. I'm so sorry. If no, worst case scenario, it's just we chat. I mean, I'm gonna try to see if we can have the sound. I think that the sound should be on, so I'm gonna check it again. Thank you, Amy. Okay. So I'm gonna open at the same time, if the internet allows me, I'm gonna open the agenda items in case you guys want to check them. Let me see. Can you join the Zoom from that link that I just put there, just to be sure? Just let me know. If you cannot, I'll try again. And by that link, I mean not the one on the screen, but the one on the chat.
Good morning once again to our attendees who are joining us here in the board's hearing room. If there's any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room on the table. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me. I'll record your name, your information for the record, and call upon you when we reach your item. Good morning as well to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. I do have Georgina, Jill, AuditLA, and Mirjam who have indicated they wish to offer commentary. I do see an additional hand raised, iPhone 98. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our items this morning, iPhone 98?
Yes, public commentary, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand, put you back on mute. Are there any other members of the public who wish to offer commentary on our agendized items on the Zoom platform? If so, please raise your hand and I'll ask you to unmute. It's 10:14. We should get started with the meeting momentarily. Thank you.
That is great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So good. All right. This is exciting. Who's gonna talk today? I feel too nervous about already streaming that I don't feel like I will have the courage to speak or to say anything that would makes any sense. But I did see shirt guy over there and he disappeared. Maybe he was looking for his friend AuditLA. Hello, Lara. Give it to them. Give it to them. All right. Who else is gonna speak? Amy. Hello, Lily, Nadia, Irish. I'm gonna do the roll call. I go to Peter. Antics, hello. Who else is here? Mirjam, hello again. Thank you guys for telling me. Caddy, thank you. Boone, hello, Joe. Oh, Joe left to mod for Fluffer, but it's all cool. AZ was here, or maybe still here. And you guys give it to them. Yeah. Ooh.
President King, we are now in record mode.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. Mr. Knight, would you please take roll and establish quorum?
Very well. Good morning, President Kang, President Pro Tem Grant, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. Vice President Chavez is absent on approved city business today. We are joined by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President Kang, we have 5 speaker cards on the virtual platform for public comment and 1 multiple item agenda commenter on the virtual platform. We have no one in the room who has submitted a speaker card at this time, and we have no neighborhood council commentary this morning.
All right, thank you very much. So let's start with the general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. And testimony shall be limited in content to the subject matter, which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. And the board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. Given that we have no in-person comment cards, we will start with the virtual platform. And Mr. Knight, if you can.
Very well. Thank you, President King. I would like to make a quick announcement. I probably should have done this before you made your introduction on the rules about public comment, but I would like to note that agenda item number 1 has a revised city engineer estimate. So what is listed on the agenda, on this morning's agenda, has been revised. It was revised and the addendum was posted to RAMP on May 2nd. And the revised estimate for the city engineer's estimate for item 1 is $50,472,191. Once again, the city engineer's estimate has been revised for item 1 to $50,472,191. And with that, I will go ahead and we can go ahead and start with the public comment period, starting with Georgina. Georgina, I'm going to ask you to unmute and you'll have 60 seconds to offer your public comment.
Thank you. I'm concerned about the constant abuse of the permits on L. Ron Hubbard Way. They're constantly taking out permits. They aren't displaying the permits. Then when you ask for the permit, they show the permit request and not the actual permit, which has usually altered terms. They use the police as security to keep protesters and people away. And that street needs to remain open for the hospitals, but it's also greatly important that that street remain open for the Scientologists that are trapped in those buildings that might be trying to escape. Please Google the Maureen Bolstad story. That's Bolstad, B-O-L-S-T-A-D. She was kidnapped and held under 24-hour guard. Took her 3 more years to escape. Closing off that street closes off any avenue of hope for those people that are trapped inside those buildings. Please stop the abuse.
We'll move next to Jill. Go ahead, Jill.
I'm going to continue along the line of the letter P theme. First, we had planters, and now we're dealing with permits. I am telling you, it's terrible that you do not have an auditor that's going to go and assess the permit situation at this cult of Scientology. You need to send someone when they have events and assess that they're even following the rule of law under the permits. And also, if they're not doing that, you have to stop allowing those permits to be granted. No one is above the law. You are letting them hide things because they're trying to skirt the issue. They really want to close that street. And it's a pittance that they don't listen to you or even listen to the people that are complaining that they can't even help their family members that are trapped inside, like Lara Anderson. It's terrible. If you close that street and you continue to allow these permits, things are going to be
That's 60 seconds. And we'll move next to AuditLA.
Good morning and congratulations, President Kung. And I hope we can help build like a good relationship with you as the new president, because these issues are not going away until you guys make them go away. I am going to stick with the permits as well. I was there for a permitted Easter Sunday program, and I, trying to go down this sidewalk, they would not let me, even though they cannot prevent pedestrians. The police were called. The police told them they absolutely have to leave, let me go through and not harass me. And so I shouldn't have to call the police to go down a public street. And they know better. It's on their permit. It cannot prevent pedestrians, but they're continuously doing this. They're not doing the notifications to the public, to the neighbors. There's so many things that they're not doing, yet they keep getting permits. And BSS keeps saying, oh, and let me backtrack. They also did not put a fire lane. They had it completely blocked off. And yes, I went to the fire commission.
And that's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Mirjam. Go ahead.
Hi. I'm strongly demanding that the board stop issuing special event permits to the cult of Scientology on LRA Way. Every time they hold one of these events, they illegally shut down both public sidewalks, placing armed guards, sometimes even off-duty LAPD officers, who intimidate, selectively stop, and deny access to the public in clear violation of the law. This is not a private compound. These are public sidewalks. Your continued approval of their permits makes the city complicit in civil rights violations, and you will be sued for this. I hope you understand how huge liability this situation is to the city. Stop rubber stamping permits for an organization that repeatedly abuses them. Revoke all future permits immediately until Scientology complies fully with the law. This just doesn't fly anymore.
And that's 60 seconds. We'll move next to iPhone 98. iPhone 98.
Hi there. My name is Lara. I was born and raised in the Scientology cult that most of these people are calling in about. There's many issues, and this isn't an attack. This is just, it's not an attack on public works or anything. We're trying to get you guys to be more aware that either you have people in your public works that are staffed in your organization that are Scientologists, or they're being manipulated by Scientologists, Kendrick Moxon or Jennifer or Kirsten Catano, with permits and allowing these permits to happen. This is not, we're trying to attack you. It's nothing has ever been done over the last 50, 40 years that they've been allowed to sort of gang over the city. So please, just awareness is what we're asking for. Please do something about it. Thank you so much.
And that concludes public comment this morning on for today's meeting, President King.
Thank you. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to 1 minute per item, up to a cumulative total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. Mr. Knight.
Thank you, President Kang. We'll go ahead and we have one commenter on the virtual platform who has requested to speak on all items, and that is AuditLA. AuditLA, I've asked you to unmute. Please identify which items you're speaking on.
All items, please. I would like, yes, I want to start with, okay, I see like a lot of different number variations, like, one, it's 50 million. There's like, I think a 5 million, and then there's a 2 million. The one for 2 million something is for sidewalk repair. I'm concerned about that it's getting the tiniest amount of money put towards it, but it's really one of the biggest problems. I understand the sewer and all that is also huge problems. I get it. Every time it rains here, I fully understand the sewer problem. But we have the Olympics and Paralympics coming in a very short amount of time, and you have a massive amount of sidewalks that are in disrepair. There's no way this city is even remotely close to being able to host, a massive amount of people in chairs and other, walkers, canes, whatever it is. You're not ready, and $2 million here and there is not going to solve the problem. The Willis decision, I get it. You have 30 years, but you have the Paralympics in 3 years. So you're going to have to really reevaluate how you are approaching this situation. And I ask you to please do that. I also want to talk about, where the bids. And I know when I first started coming here, not the past president or this current president, but the two prior would literally roll their eyes when I would bring up to make sure there's no slave labor. And I know it sounds ridiculous, right? In 2025, slave labor in America, but it happens. It's happening under your nose. It's happening. They say it's religious labor, whatever, but it's not once they start working on streets, and they do work on streets. They've worked in the film industry and got sued. Scientology did, because they weren't paying. They were paying slave wages to their people who are working on film. So little by little, hopefully it gets rectified, but you can't mock it. You have to look out for it, because even now with the Angelino app, that it asked like for the businesses whether or not to make sure you attest that you are not hiring slave labor. So the city is becoming aware that it is an issue. It's not just Scientology. There's other groups, I guess, people that make a lot of money on the backs of people that are getting paid slave wages, not just, we're worried about living wages. You hear that argument about living wages, but we're talking slave wages. It exists, and you guys need to scrutinize it and stop acting, or not you guys here personally, but this society in general have to stop acting as if it doesn't happen. It happens. Okay, you ask anyone, the people that they have vacuuming L. Ron Hubbard Way, how much money they make, depending if they're in the RPF or not. It's anywhere from $11 to $47 a week. Thank you.
And that concludes multiple agenda item commentary this morning, President King.
All right, thank you very much. With that, we will close multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting. And there are no minutes for approval today due to the cancellation of the meeting on Monday, April 28th, 2025. So we'll move on to our agenda items. Moving on to bids on number 1, Mr. Castellanos. Los Angeles Riverway West San Fernando Valley completion project, Benalden Avenue to Balboa Boulevard. WOE 190752B.
Thank you, President Kang. And once again, to reiterate, as I stated at the beginning of earlier in the meeting, the city engineer did issue a revised estimate. The addendum was posted to RAMP on May 2nd. The revised estimated amount is $50,472,191. And Matthew Castellanos with the board secretariat has stepped out of the room momentarily. He should be rejoining us momentarily, at which time we can go ahead and proceed with the bid opening process. Just give me 1 minute. And right on cue here, we are joined by Matthew Castellanos from the board secretariat.
All right. So I believe this is our time, right? Like, there are no more comments being taken. You are the experts in the chat, so please let me know. I do not understand what they meant about the extra minutes. So if anybody else wants to come over and say something, this is the link. I'm putting it here. All right. Okay, so I don't have any more comments. I think I'm gonna close it because I don't know how to. I do not know how to block the sound. So, I mean, I'm blocking it, but here we are. Maybe I can share the other super fun screen. Look at this amazing Javi super fan screen. Whoa, whoa, that is so cool. Anyway, I'm just putting this here so I don't bring avatar. This link is open. If any of you guys wants to jump in and talk about any of this, I want to congratulate, as always. I always do it in the chat, but I want to say here, you guys are amazing for calling every single week. And Amy, thank you so much for being paying attention to this. I don't know what they were doing. I have no idea. I'm not going to be paranoid and say it was because of us or anything. Thank you guys for thanking me. I'm more than happy when I can do this. It was a very special occasion because today I have a little bit of a better internet. I usually do not. And also because the experts are Mona and Gigi and Mirjam and Audit when she streams, of course, when she streams from her house, or of course, when she streams live. So anyway, you guys please pay attention as usual to Audit, who's doing the most amazing job, and Juju, and here is a comment from Amy. I do not know if Miss Scientology is here because I do not remember exactly. I do not think she's here. I think it's a she. But I don't see her in the chat. Like maybe she's here. I do not know what special meeting you guys had, but we're, as usual, we're communicating via the YouTube posts. So I guess Amy and Missing Scientology and everyone will communicate via the YouTube post. What are the next actions? I saw that Cheryl was here also. Thank you. Oh, look who's here. Thank you, Cheryl, for coming over and for speaking in Clearwater. We're paying attention to what's going on there with the Street 2. And supporting the initiative of Save the Garden. Guys, as you always, check the website. Hello, good grandma. Love to you. You're amazing. You're my favorite. I shouldn't have favorites, but you are. Anyway, I see allegedly there are 25 people here. All right. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like, of course, I mean, you're super, like, you're always paying attention. And I think also because you are on the East Coast, maybe you are able to check it first. Some of us are here in the afternoon, so for us it's a little bit easier. But I guess if I was the other side of the world, I wouldn't be able to check things so early. Anyway, so I don't know. Let's just let everybody else know if they want to say anything else. All right. Yeah, Kiara was it was allegedly I mean, apparently it was canceled and then uncanceled. And then suddenly this guy appeared that seemed to be like according to Mirjam, the new president. I don't know. He seemed to be working from home. But he appeared just like a little second. I can have many faves, great grandma. I remember how many great grandchildren you have, and you probably have all of them are your favorites, but I do not have great grandchildren or such, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, it was last minute, Amy says. Okay, so from my side, I am finishing editing the recap from last week. It's very special is kind of different because it's more focused on positive things. I have been, I'm gonna leave a post. Me personally, it's been kind of difficult to follow up with the live streams and doing the recap because I've been, I don't know, it has been affecting me a lot, spending so many hours listening to everything. But I guess I'll let you know guys later what I'm gonna do later. No worries, Kiara. Oh, you're not listening to me. Okay, sorry. You can catch up later. Yeah, all right. So anyway, I thought of opening these comments, but because even though we could be in the city's YouTube channel, we would I don't know, there are some things you may want to share on the chat that you do not want to share with them watching. So that was a chance. So anyway, it was lovely to see you guys. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for showing up. We had Lara today. That was amazing. Thank you, Audit, Amy. And it was Antics and Mirjam who called. And I see you guys later. Bye, bye, bye. Goodbye.